friends, welcome to Season 2, Episode 6 of Gemma Darling Daily. Thanks for joining me, guys. I haven't podcasted in a while, as per the usual, because again, life happens, and then, see, even my notes say I was supposed to do this about 6 days ago. Yeah, sorry guys. But it does mean I have a little bit more knitting to show you, so that's a really good thing. My name is Danielle. As you guys know, I am Gemma Darling. Gemma Darling's on Instagram, Gemma Darling on Ravelry if you'd like to follow along on the internet. I don't know. I don't do too much in my Ravelry group, but I do read all of the comments. So if you guys have any comments or questions, drop them in the thread there and I'll be happy to respond. I do have a couple that I still have to respond to, so I'm very sorry. Sometimes I read them and I'm like, my kid needs me, or I'm in the middle of something, or I have to put my phone down, I forget, and I'm so sorry. So please be patient with me. But thanks for joining me, you guys. I love that I get so many comments and I'm able to interact with so many of you, and I just have a great time with this community. So thanks for tuning in. Today, I would like to talk about a bunch of things that I have in my show notes. I'm trying to be a little bit more prepared so I don't just ramble on, but I went to a Toad's Hollow trunk show at Yarnia in Montclair, New Jersey, and I'm trying to remember when I went. I went on the 10th. The 10th? I think it was Sunday the 10th of June, so it was a while ago, but I wanted to show you guys what I got because the ladies from it's Toad Hollow. I always say Toad's Hollow. It's Toad Hollow yarns. They used to make project bags, and I believe that they still do, but now they've gone into making yarn, and what is really pretty about their dyed yarn is you can tell that it's theirs. They have an aesthetic. Their colors aren't super bright. They're more earthy and really, really beautiful. And I was even talking with some of the ladies. There's two sisters, and I was talking with them at Yarnia, and one of them said, yes, I dyed a skein, and I thought to myself, this doesn't look like us. So they didn't repeat the colorway. But everything they made was so beautiful. It was really hard to choose, but I did, of course. So I did have Franny with me that day and my mom, and if you hop on over to my YouTube channel, which you're probably on right now, I did do a little vignette about Toad Hollow so you could see the table that was there. I mean, Yarnia is a small store that I've always said has so much in it, and they're getting really good trunk shows and they have really great classes. So again, go on shopyarnia.com, and I really want you to see the inside of the store, so hop on over and take a look at the video that I made. You'll see a little bit of Franny, so it's like a little gift. Here's my bag. It's from Yarnia. And their color is orange, so, you know, they're like inviting Gigi there. Hey, Gigi! So I'm into chunkier yarns lately, and I think it's because I've been doing a lot of things with fingering weight, and I'm kind of, I get to the point where like I want to switch it up. So I usually have a project for all different weights on my needles. You know, a lot of people are either a monogamous knitter or they have lots of whips. I don't have too many whips, but they always seem to be in different weights because sometimes I want to play with DK. Sometimes I'm okay with, you know, the tediousness of knitting with fingering. But sometimes you just want something thick and quick. And this is what I got. 2 chunky skeins. And I hope the color on this is good because these are really, really beautiful. This is their... blowing out, come on. Really, really cute. Really cute. I just really loved this. I think it's just super beautiful. So, I don't know what I'm making with them. This is called Fairy Mouse. I almost said Fairy Mousse because I really want some chocolate mousse right now. Side note, chocolate mousse cake at Whole Foods, delicious. Get it for every occasion. And back to our regularly scheduled programming. And I also got this one. And I just think that the colors are really, really, they're earth tones and they're beautiful. I don't know what I'm making with them, guys. I just don't care. Obviously. And I also got a bunch of minis. So originally I had planned on making this Caitlin Hunter cowl called Glacier Park, which we will talk about later. And I needed a soft pink. And I have a soft pink from Hooker's Corner called Peony, which is one of my favorite colorways ever, actually. Kathy, you're doing a great job. But I didn't know if the color was too light to contrast with what I had decided to use as the other color. So I picked up these 5 skeins, because 5 skeins usually equals a regular skein, of this soft pink. And I don't know what it's called because they don't really label their minis, and I'm okay with that. I mean, to each his own, right? But I just thought this pink was really beautiful. And I think the lighting is really bad today, guys. I'm so sorry. I am just so bad at lighting. Anyway, I also got this one. I always love soft pinks with dashes of hot pink and greens. It's very Lily Pulitzer, and I just really like that together. It's very summer to me, you know. And I got this one. It's like a watermelon pink, and I just think it's beautiful. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll use those next time I do something color work. I think minis are really great if you're doing a small color work project, and I'm kind of loving the cowl that I'm making right now. So I can't wait to show you guys. Anyway, that's my haul from the Toad Hollow Trunk Show. Please hop over to toadhollowNJ.com, check out what the ladies have, you know, where their next trunk show is, and support the brand. They're really, really great sisters, and I'm really happy I went. Thanks, Yarnia. So the day before the Yarnia trunk show with Toad Hollow, I went to Worldwide Knit in Public Day in Bryant Park, sponsored by Knitty City. And you guys know Knitty City. Knitty City is the mecca of knitting stores in New York City. Pearl from Knitty City runs, I think during the summer in Bryant Park, every Tuesday from 1:30 to 3. I could be wrong about the time, so please check out their Instagram. But they offer like free knitting lessons in Bryant Park, and people come and sit and knit. But Worldwide Knit in Public Day is June 9th, and so I decided to go into the city and meet all of my New York City friends, and I had such a good time. Again, I did a video, because that's what I do, and it's on my YouTube channel. Please tune in if you haven't so far. It's actually really funny. And after the credits, I put a video of the live that we did on Instagram because it was just a raucous good time. I love my knitting friends. I got to meet Corrado Lark that day, which is a wonderful addition to the knitting community. He's only been knitting for about 1.5 years, but he has so many patterns out already. Check him out on Ravelry. Besides being a talented knitter, he is a really, really fun guy, and I'm madly in love with him. If you guys haven't noticed, he is my yarn husband, which is kind of weird because we have deduced that we look alike. But we are going to be working together at Indie Untangled. So when you guys walk in, you're going to see these faces. The 2 Sicilians are going to be staring you in the face. So there's more information coming about that, but I'm really excited that Lisa asked me to help out with Indie Untangled this year. Last year I worked for Vine, and I loved doing that, and it was a zoo. I mean, you guys know, I mean, the minute she puts her yarn out anywhere, it's gone, and it was such a fun time being a part of Indie Untangled, so I'm glad to do it again this year. I just put out a video, guys, I put out a lot of videos lately. I just put out a video for the trunk show I went to at Chelsea Yarns. I'll talk about that in a little while, but it was for Asylum Fibers, and so many people were there, and there's a lot of information in that video about Indie Untangled because Lisa was there and I got to talk to her. So tune into that if you have any questions. I believe tickets go on sale July 20th, and there's going to be a timed entry this year, so check out indieuntangled.com if you have any questions because it's going to be a really good time. Back to Worldwide Knit in Public Day. So it was in Bryant Park, again, sponsored by Knitty City, and I had so much fun that I didn't even want to leave. When it was over and people started to leave, I was like, I'm just going to sit here. I was hanging out with Alex Creates, Knitwitch9 was there, Asylum Fibers, you know, Stephanie, as I said, Corrado was there, Christy Glass was there, Creative Cici, Gigi stopped by, Lisa from Indie Untangled was there. We all took a picture together. We've been doing that lately, these group pictures. I think I'm going to put them on the wall in my craft attic because, you know, this is like where I come to think about what I do with yarn, to knit and to enjoy my friends and to watch stuff on my iPad. And I'm talking with my hands a lot today because I'm Italian, so get over it. I don't know. I'm really tired today. The baby is sleeping. For some reason, I decided to make her bedroom the one that has the entry to the attic. So I'm trying not to disturb her or wake her up. I'm just a little discombobulated today. I'm really sorry, guys. So let's try to get through this podcast and laugh a little bit and show you some more good yarn. Let's go right into Chelsea yarns. June 23rd, Asylum Fibers, Stephanie Jones, had a trunk show at Chelsea Yarns in Red Bank, New Jersey. And if you guys saw my video from last time I went there, you know that I am in love with Christina and Tad. They have the best store. They have the best personalities, and they put out this spread with all these fancy drinks and donuts, duck donuts. They were delicious. Corrado, you ate them. I'm so mad at you for eating that other half on me. So mad. It was such a good time. Christy was there, and pretty much most of the people that were there for Worldwide Knit in Public Day. And we got to meet Lillian from Hub City Fibers. I've been looking at it online. I have to get my hands on some. There was some there and I missed it because the table was so crowded. And I think it was in a basket on the table. And I'm so sorry, Lillian. It was so nice meeting you. I hope that we get to spend more time together soon because I feel like, you know, we may have a lot in common. A lot of music in common. So I'd like to meet up. Let's meet up. You guys know that Chelsea Yarns is just a good time. You know, Red Bank Mike was spinning his kahuna skeins, those huge skeins with like a bazillion colors in them. Christy made this granny square shawl with it, and now Creative Ceci is going to make one, and Stephanie from Asylum Fibers is going to make one. And it just looks like so much fun. And Ceci was pretending that it was a yarn baby and it was born and it got a name and, you know, date of birth and all this stuff. So that's on my video, which is really, really funny. And Stephanie's is gorgeous. It's all these mauve tones. It's beautiful. And she has done a lot. I mean, I hope she puts some pictures of it on her Instagram because she has done so much of the shawl. I'm not exactly what the pattern of the shawl is, but I'll find out and I'll put it in the down bar. But check out Christy Glass. She did a entire video on the kahuna that she got from Red Bank Mike and what she made into it. And it's a really good video. So if you guys need like a mindless summer project and you like to crochet, if you're a hooker, then tune into that because, I don't know, I just thought it was a beautiful project. And it seemed nice and easy because Red Bank Mike ties these special knots in the yarn. So you just keep going. You just keep going. I need to get a kahuna next time I'm there, but I have to figure out what I would make with it because they are expensive. You're buying a bunch of skeins of yarn all, you know, spliced into one. So I just thought it was so much fun this weekend. It was just, I had such a good weekend. And again, thank you to all my yarny friends. You guys add so much to my life. You absolutely do. I drove down with Gigi, and seriously, is there a better traveling companion than Gigi? She is the sweetest, sweetest lady. I mean, we had just such good conversations, and she's just so down to earth and real, and I just love that about herself. And you can tell what a wonderful person she is because her daughter is just as wonderful, and anyone who can raise someone as wonderful as Shelby has got to be wonderful herself. So let's get to the haul. First, I got my Chelsea Yarns bag, which is going to be my beach bag this summer. Look at this. I love it. Christina, these are so cute. They're so cute. So when I got there, I grabbed one and I just started filling it. Well, actually, that's not true. When I got there, Christina met me pretty much at the door and had a gift certificate from my mother because my mom was supposed to come with us and she just didn't want to that day. She didn't feel well, so to help out with Franny. And so she called the store and had them have a gift card ready for me. And my birthday is July 4th, so it's coming up. And that was my birthday present. So, Mommy, thank you. That was really, really slick. I see you, Marty. That was slick. And I had a great time because, you know, I mean, normally when you go into a yarn store, your eyes are just bigger than what do they say? Your eyes are bigger than your actual stomach when you're eating and you're hungry in a food store. Well, it's kind of like that. Like, I don't knit that fast, but I love buying all the tchotchkes and all the yarns because in my head, I have all these projects that I'm going to make. And I'll get to them. I will. But I had to buy a bunch of stuff, and I was just very thankful for that gift card. Thank you, Mom. So let's start out with the Asylum fibers because it was their trunk show, and I could not leave without these two skeins. They're called Asylum. She names things very creepy. And I love Asylum fibers because I love her labels, and I love how it says on it, asylumfibers.com, but the other side says, embrace you're crazy. And truthfully, guys, I think we are a little crazy. I mean, this is just string. It's colorful string, and we're all mad about it. So we've all embraced our crazy. Good call, Steph. This color, though, look at that. It's got so many different colors inside of it. I am so excited to knit with this. I don't know what to make with it. Let's see. It's like a worsted Aran weight, and I mean, I could make a hat. I don't really wear hats so much, but this is really, really pretty, so I kind of would want it front and center. Or maybe I'll make a big fluffy cowl with it. I have no idea, but I had to buy it. I just think that Stephanie, I don't know how to say this, but I think she's just maturing as a dyer. I mean, her colors have always been wonderful, but she was more, I believe, into tonals at the beginning, and now she's into all of these, and they're not even speckled. It's not really a speckle. It's the color is drawn through it. So I'm really, really enjoying her yarn, and I know Franny loves her yarn, so maybe I'll make Franny something with it, but guys, asylumfibers.com. Go get some. And I know that she's going to be part of the Tits Out Collective with Countess Ablaze, and she's got this colorway coming out on July 1st for pre-order that is insane. It's so good. I have to get my hands on it. Stephanie, you have to let me have some of that. So check out Asylum Fibers on Instagram, and I don't know if she's going to reveal the colorway or if she has already. She did it on a live video tonight, but it is gorgeous, guys. If you don't have Asylum Fibers, you need to get some. Next, I was able to get my hands on some Chelsea Luxe, which is the house dyed brand for Chelsea Yarns, and Christina dyes these herself. One is called Electric Pink. That's the one with all the pink in it. And one is called Sugar Plum. This is Sugar Plum. And there's her, oh, upside down. Sorry. That's the label. And then this one is the pinker one, the electric pink. And I'm really into buying thick yarn lately, guys. I don't really know why. I think I'm going to make myself a lot of hats. I better start wearing hats. This is Chelsea Luxe Chunky. Oh, I love it. Christina, you're so good at this. Your yarn is gorgeous. And I can see the way people come into the store and they really go right over to it. So it must be something special. Guys, if you visit Chelsea Yarns, don't leave without Chelsea Luxe. You will be sorry. But I got so much other stuff there. I got these two unicorn tails of Mad Tosh in Glazed Pecan because whenever I see this color, I buy it. It's just a gorgeous color. I'm using it in my Tecumseh. I'm going to show you soon. And then I got a wrist ruler. Okay, they come in all different sizes, and she is selling them online. So if you want a rose gold metallic one, or if you want a gold metallic one, I think those are the only two colors she has. She might have silver, but I think that she sold out of those. But look, I love gold metallic things. So let's see. I'll put that on. There you go. I love it. Gold goes with everything. Goes with everything. I know Espace Tricot is selling hot pink metallic ones. I think that Stephen B might have them also. I'm not sure what he has, but I think those are the only 3 stores I know of that have the metallic ones. So call and get them sent if you guys want one. They're really great. It's like, it's right on you if you need to measure something. And then I got a twill and print pin. Places you can knit. and that's twillandprint.com. And I got Nevertheless She Knitted, and that is by the Nerdbird Makery. And I believe that is nerdbirdmakery.com. And I love her stuff. It's a lot of feminist knitting stuff, and that's what I'm into. So I'm so excited for these. And then my last thing that I got another set of Flexi Flips. Now I am obsessed with these. I was using them on the sleeve of my Millie sweater, and I kind of didn't pay attention to the pattern, so instead of doing the decreases I should have done, I knit about 3 or 4 inches without any decreases, which I think is going to be okay. We'll talk about that in a second. But instead of taking the needles out so I could do the same thing on the other side and then go into the decreases, I just bought another set. I'm pretty sure I'll use them. I think that the Flexi Flips were made for sock knitting. I'm not sure, but a lot of people I know of are using them to make the sleeves on fingering weight sweaters. And it's really, really great because I was able to try my sweater on, because like regular DPNs would just be right next to each other. These kind of went up. So it made like a diamond shape, and I just put my arm right through it, and I was able to try it on. So that's what I got at Chelsea Yarns, and I really just love going there. I love going to this store. Parking is not difficult. You can download the app that I talk about in the Chelsea Yarns Asylum Fibers Trunk Show video. And yeah, and then I just put 10 hours on the meter, which was way too much, but hey. And I didn't even have to go outside and refeed the meter. It was so easy. So that was great. And then Red Bank Mike, who is my buddy, he gave me a Kahuna backpack. And this is what the Kahunas come in when you order one or you buy one from Chelsea Yarns. They come in this little cute little backpack. It's like a drawstring backpack. And he gave me one. Thank you, Tad. Thank you so much. I love it. He is trying to change Red Bank into Kahuna City, New Jersey. And so it says, the Kahuna. Kahuna City, New Jersey. The big Kahuna. Sorry. I think it's a great name. It's a great name. And going to Chelsea Yarns is fun because they are literally like 100 yards off the main drag of Red Bank, which has restaurants and stores and like so much there. There's so much there. You could make an entire day of it. Bring your yarn husbands. They will not have to sit in the store. They can go to the record store down the street. There's a pub literally right there. It has incredible meatloaf. Oh my gosh. I love meatloaf. When I was in the hospital after I had Franny, I was there for like 3 or 4 days, and you know, hospital food, blah, right? So the minute I had her, I was like, I told Andy, I was like, go get me a tuna fish sandwich, and I want a ham sub, and I want everything that I couldn't eat when I was pregnant. And then they brought me these slabs of meatloaf, and I was so hungry, and they were delicious. I mean, for a hospital, they were a little bit salty. They were like full of sodium, but hey, I had just had a C-section, and I was starving. And the meatloaf that's in, what is it called? I forget the name of the place. Right when you walk out of Chelsea Yarns, you hit the main drag and it's right in front of you. This great place to eat. Their meatloaf is delicious. So guys, if you're a meatloaf connoisseur like I am, go down to Chelsea Yarns, stay till closing, and then go out to dinner. Yeah, I know I'm giving you weird information today. I just don't really care. Anyway, that was my haul at Chelsea Yarns. Again, I had so much fun. Thanks, Christina and Tad. We will definitely be back. Definitely. You might find me swimming in your pool this summer. There's no pool at the store, guys. I meant at her house. Okay. Just to be clear, there's no pool at the store. That would be weird. Okay. Should we keep going with my stash enhancement? Which is really funny because I'm about to do another big epic de-stash, and we'll talk about that later. So, as you know, I want to knit the Tecumseh by Caitlin Hunter of Boylan Knitworks for my Rhinebeck sweater. And I think everyone and their mother is knitting this sweater. And I think it's just, it's simple, enjoyable pattern. The sweater has so much positive ease that like no one's lumps and bumps are going to be showing. That's why I'm wearing it, because I don't have to worry about it. So I picked my 3 colors, and these are Machete Shop in her Dirty DK. So this is Sassenach, this is Tula, and this is Tesla. So I think they work really, really well together. But some things had changed while I'm knitting it, and I'll show you guys soon. I don't know if I'm going to be using 2 of these colors. I just am such a mess when it comes to choosing yarn for things. So anyway, before I change my mind, I ordered a bunch of this, and I'm still going to use it in something else probably, because I love Machete Shop, and her colors are insane. I mean, look at that. You know what, let's just go right into talking about the Tecumseh, because I'm showing you that anyway. So I had 4 or 5 skeins of this, and I thought I needed one more, so I ordered it. She had a pre-order update. And then I knew I needed another skein of this, the Sassenach, which was going to be the shields on the Tecumseh. And then I had originally gotten, this is Madeline Tosh Glazed Pecan, which is my favorite colorway of all time. And I wanted to use this for the pluses. But it is noticeably thicker than the Machete Shop yarn, which is weird because the yardage was not that far off. But when I read it online again, it said light worsted. And I'm like, then why is it called DK? I don't understand. These yarn weights need to be a little bit more streamlined, because if you use something that's heavier than something else, it doesn't look right. Where is it? So I have been knitting on something else for the past 3 weeks, and I just picked this up the other day because I wanted to have some started. This is what I have so far. So I don't have much. I just finished the first round of pluses, and now I'm going to be doing an increase round and then going into the shields. But I kind of like this color with the Tula. And I'm thinking that maybe I'll just use this color for the shields as well and not use this. I thought maybe that might make it too busy. I don't know. So now I'm getting all like nuts about this, because I don't know if I should just do it all in the Glazed Pecan with the Tula as my base. I mean, the colors are gorgeous together. They're gorgeous. And Tula has a lot of different colors in it. Can't get it. It's like blowing out. There we go. So I think that's going to be my Tecumseh. And what happened was I was sitting downstairs, and I didn't wind this because I wanted to show it to you guys on the podcast. And again, I was supposed to podcast like a week ago. So it was sitting up here. I mean, it's pretty much the same color, right? But it's a thinner yarn. It's slightly thinner, so that's why I ordered it. But I'm downstairs. I have my Eden bag, which has all the things wound for my Tecumseh in it. I forgot this was up here unwound, and so I picked this up and I just started knitting with it like an idiot. So now I've done all this work, and I hate ripping back, even if it's only a couple rows and I'm not that far into sweater. Like, I was about this far on my Millie when I realized I was using the wrong needle size, and I kept going. Like, how stupid is that? That's just stupidity, right? Anyway, the Millie's gonna be fine. But I really, really like all the colors in the Tula. It's just a really, really pretty colorway. And I think the pluses, the color, you know, Glazed Pecan looks beautiful in it. And even though you can see that the stitches are slightly bigger, so it gives it kind of this puffy effect. And I think I like it. So I think I'm going to be knitting the whole sweater in just the 2 colors. And I know Chelsea Zakorowitz of Chelsea and Sue, you know, Chelsea Knits. We all know her as Chelsea Knits. She's doing her Tecumseh right now in 2 Legacy Fiber Arts colorways, and just 2. She's doing one in like, I think it's like a beige with like a really pretty vanilla white. And I think it looks beautiful in just the 2 colors. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to get online and order some more. But I, again, cannot sing the praises of Machete Shop anymore. I really love this palette, so I'm probably, whatever's left, I'm going to use it for something else. Caitlin Hunter has a hat that has 3 colors in it. I think it's 3 colors. I could be wrong. But I think I'm going to end up making something like that after I'm done, because I really love the way these 3 colors work together. Anyway, guys, if you're looking for yarn for your Tecumseh, try macheteshop.com. She's just got beautiful colorways. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's my Tecumseh. We'll see more in the coming weeks, and check my Instagram if you want to see the progress. But I'm really happy with how it's coming out so far. Okay, let's look at the Millie sweater. Oh, that's not my Millie sweater. Oh, this is. Okay. This is actually a brioche cowl. I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this. I don't remember what I show you. I cast this on to practice brioche when I first learned it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but sometimes I just knit on it. And it's kind of weird. But it's hedgehog fibers. They had these worsted singles. I think it's a discontinued base. I'm going to have some in my D-stash, actually. It's a really great base to knit with, but it was discontinued. And it's graphite is the back color, and the top color is oracle. So I didn't use a pattern when I started this, but I know that Lavanya Patricella has the beginner brioche cowl, and I think it's pretty similar to this mess that I've made. I made a mess. Hers is not a mess. This is a mess. If you want to knit something that makes sense, use her pattern. It's a really great way to learn brioche. She's a wonderful brioche teacher, so if you're ever able to take one of her classes, do it. She's very one-on-one, even when there's a lot of people in the room. So that was just a random. But here's the Millie sweater in my pink hazel bag. I love this bag. This is Rifle Paper Company on top here. And the canvas is really soft. I wonder if she washed it first. We've talked about this 1,000 times. This is my Nice and Knit in Scrubby Pines. And I love knitting with it. I love knitting with it. But as you can see, Danny didn't really pay attention to the pattern because Danny thinks she knows everything. And so I knit like, what is that, like 4 inches on a sleeve before I realized that I was supposed to start decreasing from like way over here. Yeah. Anyway, since I knit the whole sweater in a smaller size than I was supposed to, I think it's okay that I knit a little bit without a decrease, because it's going to have to be on this part of my arm that the sweater wouldn't have had to have been on. I wouldn't have had sleeve here if I had knit it in the right needle, because the end of the body would have been way out there. But instead, it's a little bit further in, so I'm just giving myself a little bit of leeway, you know, for my guns. I lift a baby and a dog all day long. I kind of have guns. So anyway, I mean, this is it. I bound off the bottom. I don't know if I had showed you that last time. I tried it on. It's not bad. So I'm going to start decreasing now, but I want to get the other sleeve up to this, because then I can just do a little bit on that sleeve, do a little bit on that sleeve, and I won't lose my place. I have a very hard time holding my place when I'm doing knitting. So I think that the other set of 5s and the flexi flips are really going to be good to have 2 sleeves going at once, because then when I'm done, I'm done. But if you see what I'm talking about, the flexi flips do this, and you can stick your arm in it if you want to try it on, and it didn't come off the needles at all. So that was a bonus. I really, really love the way this is knitting up. One day I'll finish it. I promised it to a friend in California, and I'm kind of hoping she forgets, because I kind of want to keep it. Maybe I'll wear it to Rhinebeck and then give it to her. She's in California. She won't even notice if the seasons change, so. What do you guys do when you live in California? Do you have like a season change? I really don't know enough about it, but I am glad that I live in a place that has definitive seasons. I wish spring and fall were longer, because it seems like everything now is summer or winter. But I like the season change. I am a water baby though, so I kind of wish that I could swim all year round, because I really, really love swimming. But I don't know. I'll get over it. You guys know the Sisters of Nice and Knit, Katie and Kara. I think it's once a month or once every couple months. They have a knit night at Luann's Bakery. I'm not exactly sure where it is. I forget the town that it's in. I know that they're up near Hartford. I think Luann's Bakery is owned by someone they're related to also. I'm not sure if it's another sister or an aunt or something. But yeah, so you pay for the knit night and it comes with, I believe, a beverage and a baked good. And so you sit there and knit. And I think I'm going to try to go to one of those. I don't know when their next one is. I have to look that up. But yeah, I really want to go. And it's like 3 hours for me, but I'm still going to go because I'll pass where I went to college, get out of the car, I'll go experience a little nostalgia, and then I'll go up there. But I'm really excited to see them again because I love them. I always say how much I love them, but they really are wonderful. And it is really nice to support makers when they are wonderful people themselves. So support Nice and Knit, guys. So we kind of jumped around a little bit. I want to show you one more thing that I got stash enhancement wise. You guys know that I'm friends with Beth from Beehive Yarns, and I really wish we lived closer. There's a whole big ocean in between us, which is so sad because I just think we would be such good friends that like just went over to each other's houses and knit all the time if we were anywhere near each other. She and I keep in touch on Instagram. We haven't talked lately. I have to get in touch with her, but I did order some yarn in one of her last updates, and I had to order 2. These are, she makes these I guess they're sock yarn mini sets, but this mini set, the set itself is called Berry Crumble, and it's all different colors. So it's Rose Lichen, wait, I'll read it off this one. Rose Lichen, Sandpiper, Cassis, Blackberry Lips, and Take the A Train. And I really think this is just a gorgeous set. So many of my favorite colorways of hers are in this set. And so I bought 2 because I want to use them for color work on something. I don't know what yet, and I don't know when I'm going to get to it because I still have her stuff sitting here looking at me, wanting to start the Andrea Mowry Winter Honey shawl, which I am going to do. Guys, I need, like, what is that Indian goddess that has all the beautiful arms? It's just a beautiful goddess statue. I have one. I forget what it's called. I'm very sorry. But I wish I had all those arms so I could knit, like, all different things at once. I think we all wish that, right? But, guys, how beautiful is this? Seriously. It's so beautiful. So, guys, hop on over to beehiveyarns.co.uk and get your set of Berry Crumble. I love her yarns. I have so many of them, and I wish I knit faster because I need to get to them. But she and I did a fiber share, just, you know, in unofficial fiber share last year, and she spoiled me. She really did. And Beth, all those little, I don't know what they were, little soldiers, little guard chocolates that you sent me, gone. I had 2 left because I wanted to show them on the podcast because they were adorable, and Franny found them the last time she was here, and she went into the corner and I heard her peeling them back. So I helped her so she wouldn't eat any of the foil, and it's so cute. Like, I can give her the tiniest bit of chocolate and it ends up all over her mouth. Yeah. Which, hey, she's 2. It's supposed to. She just starts giggling. It's adorable. Guys, I am madly in love with my kid. She is so much fun. I cast this on because I wanted something for National Knit in Public Day. I'm not a sock knitter, so I don't have much portable knitting or things that you don't really have to think about. So what I did is I picked a pattern that had color work in it because I wanted to play with color before I really got to my Tecumseh. And I did some stash diving. I just got myself whatever colors I thought were a really nice BRIO Duo. I used in this pattern because it called for 2 that were a big contrast. Oh, I forgot to pull out my BRIO Duo. I'll get it. Can't have an episode without a BRIO duo. Anyway, this is the Glacier Park Cowl by Caitlin Hunter of Boylan Knitworks. Let's see. It's really, really a beautiful pattern. It's easy to follow. Look at this. So the colorways that I'm using, this is Resand from Voolenvine Yarns. I don't know how to say it. I think Resand. I think it was a character from something that she watched, and I don't really know much more than that, but it's so beautiful. It's got purple in there. Can you guys see it? Anyway, there's purples in there. And this is Peony from Hooker's Corner. I love this colorway. I think it's one of the most beautiful soft pinks out there. And it's so subtle because it really does go from a lighter pink to a little bit of a darker pink, and they're very close. It's very, very subtle, but when you knit with it, you can see it and it's gorgeous. So the two of them I thought were a really pretty BRIO duo, but since the cowl called for two colors that contrast, I thought it was perfect, right? So I'm really happy with the way the color work is coming out. I did make a mistake somewhere in here, but I left it in because I'm going to start to embrace those things. I think when we make tiny mistakes, they'll only bother us, guys. They'll only bother us. But I'll show you it. It's right there. Do you see it? It's right there. I noticed it when I was about 4 rows ahead. I was like, I'm not ripping back color work. No one's going to notice that but me. And now that I look at it, it's hugely noticeable, but I just think it's such a pretty pattern. If you look on Ravelry, a lot of people have knit this in all different color variations. And so the chart is really, really good. I really like the way she writes her patterns. So she charts it, you know, you're doing your rib, then she charts it from here to here. And then you do like just some basic stripes here. And then she says, she starts with all the pattern here, and she'll have a block. And she says, just repeat this area for as long as you want. So I've just kept going because I think it's beautiful. And I'm excited to finish it. But can we look at my carries? So I don't catch my carries because if Caitlin herself doesn't do it, I'm not going through it. And I kind of think they look beautiful. So look at them. Guys, this is my first color work and I'm really excited about it. So again, this is Glacier Park by Caitlin Hunter of Boylan Knitworks. And I really hope you guys will try one because if you're new to color work, I think it's a great pattern if you're new to color work. It's great. I've been doing two-handed color work, because I can knit continental and I can throw. So I put one color in one hand, one in the other, and I knit continental and then throw the color when I need to. I have been careful to always put the same color in the same place. So this color is always knit continental and I'm throwing this color. And I have not mixed that up because I don't know if it'll affect it. I haven't knit enough color work to really know. So, sorry, I'm sliding off my pillows here. Okay, let me get the BRIO Duo. Hello, I have a fancy shirt on and yoga pants. So this is my BRIO Duo of the week. I've been looking through a lot of my yarn to do another destash because, guys, I have so much yarn and it's beautiful and there are some things that I just don't reach for, and even though they're beautiful, I don't think I'm ever going to use them, and it's not fair to the yarn. Let's personify the yarn. It's not fair to it. So I'm passing it along to you. There'll be more information in my Gemma Darling Destash Ravelry account, but in the meantime, I found a BRIO Duo while I was looking through my stash. And this BRIO Duo is brought to you by Ushatita. Guys, look at that. So, I was looking through my stash again to destash things. I was also looking for colors to make this out of. I didn't want to use these for that, though I may make another one because I love this. I am loving knitting this. But this is Ushatita in Chloe. It's pinks and browns, and it's just like they're raspberry pink. It's just beautiful. And I did use this in that long flying fringe that I made, and I love the way it knits up. And unfortunately, I don't see her dyeing much of this anymore. But if I do see it, I'm going to grab a ton of it because it's just beautiful. And this is Ushatita in Ornament, and I love this skein. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to use it for, because do you ever just love a skein so much and you're like, you choose the project so carefully? So I had ordered 3 more skeins of this from Stephen and Penelope, and it was gorgeous, but it didn't match this, so I destashed it last time just because I wasn't going to use it. And, you know, it's an indie dyer, so this is what it looked like when she made it with this batch, and then when she made another batch, it looked a little different, and it was still gorgeous, but it just didn't have the gorgeousness of this skein, so I let go of it. I think it's beautiful. Whoever bought it, you're going to make something gorgeous with it. But I just think that this is such a pretty BRIO duo. And so I'm trying to find a project where I can use both of these together because they're sisters. And that's your BRIO duo of the week. Okay guys, let's talk destash. Now, you guys know I have that other account, Gemma Darling Destash. Please follow along if you want updates on what's going to be going on this summer. And it is going to be Destash Pandemonium. I haven't chosen a date yet, but in the next couple days, I'm going to be putting up a ton of yarn. Probably just like how I did last time, I'll probably do it by weights because I just feel like it's easier, less confusing. You know, when you buy something, you know what you're getting. And I will do what I did last time. I'll put up all of the listings without the ability to comment on it. And then at the time I say I'm going to start the destash, I will unlock the commenting and you'll be able to comment sold. And then you'll just have to direct message me your name, address, and your email address so I can send you an invoice through PayPal. And once it's paid, it will be sent out. I have nothing against sending things internationally, except for the fact that I think you just pay so much to send things really far. So if you do comment sold, please know that the shipping charges are going to be on you. So as much as I would love to send stuff to Australia, I think it would just be way too expensive. So again, it's your choice. If someone does comment sold and you are buying internationally, it'll probably take a day or 2 longer to get in the mail because I'll take it to the post office and I'll have them give me the exact price, and then I'll come back to you and tell you in case you don't want to do it. If you do opt out, it'll just be relisted, so no big deal. I do like what happened last time. People were commenting sold, and then someone was commenting like sold to, meaning like, you know, I'll take it if something happens and that sale falls through. That worked for me. I think it was great. We were able to donate $170 to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and I think I may have a couple more charity auctions going up. I like to do that when I have more than 1 or 2 of a skein so someone can buy something that's more of a sweater's quantity and at the same time be giving to charity. And I really love St. Jude's. I always donate to St. Jude's whenever I can. I don't know if you guys know, you can buy stuff on Amazon through Amazon Smile, and it lets you choose a charity, and so a portion of whatever you purchase, whatever the total cost is, a certain portion of that goes to the charity that you chose. So if you're shopping on Amazon anyway, you might as well shop on Amazon Smile. So I will be doing that at the beginning of July. About the 3rd week in July, my friend Sandra is going to be taking over my Destash account. Now, I am going to her apartment on July 14th. Yay, Bastille Day! I'm going there to look. She has about 500 skeins, you guys. Like we're talking like a store, you know? She's going to be destashing so much good stuff. I'm looking through it before you can, haha. And I'm going to do a video with her that's going to go up on my YouTube channel. So you guys will get a preview of everything that she is going to be putting up for sale. I know for a fact she keeps her yarn in an incredibly clean place. They're all in bins, but she does have a dog in her home. So if you are allergic, you may want to think twice. I also have a dog and a cat in my home, and even though I keep the yarn away from them, it is a house that I'm sure has dander floating around. So if you have any sort of an allergy and this will really bother you, I just want to tell you in advance, these are coming from animal-friendly homes. They are smoke-free environments, but they are animal-friendly. And I am going to be lending her my account. So she will be running it completely by herself. I will not be running her D-stash, but I do trust her. I wouldn't give the account to just anyone. I trust her to run it correctly. She's an incredibly intelligent businesswoman, so you won't have any problems buying stuff from her. And again, her yarn is insanely gorgeous. So there's a lot of good stuff happening, you guys. Stay tuned. If you haven't followed Gemma Darling D-Stash, as I said, please follow along. I'm going to be putting up some Insta stories in the next couple days showing you what I have. And then in the next couple weeks, we'll be showing you what she has. Everyone needs to buy yarn in the middle of summer, in the middle of a heat wave. Because if you don't knit now, what will you wear again when it gets cold? Right? It just makes sense. I'm trying to think what I've been watching. I don't remember the name of this movie. Did I write it down? Yes, I did. Okay. So, there was a movie on Amazon Prime. It was called New in Town. It's a Renee Zellweger movie. I just needed something to watch while I was knitting. I was kind of tired, didn't really want to pay attention. It's Renee Zellweger and Harry Connick Jr. And it was ridiculous. It was adorable. It was heartwarming. It was predictable, but it was still good. So if you guys want something mindless to watch, I recommend it. I watched Arrested Development because I love Arrested Development. The new season was okay. It wasn't fantastic. I mean, it's funny, but the person who I think stole the show on the new season is the girl that plays Maybe. She is hysterical, and she dresses up like an elderly person to live in an old folks community, and they did her up. She looked beautiful, but she looked like my grandmother, and so it was really funny watching it. But I suggest you tune in for that. It's just Arrested Development. It's like, it's just so funny, you know? I've had a crush on Jason Bateman since I was like 8. I actually wrote him, and he sent me back an autographed picture. That's how much I love him. So anything he does, I'll pretty much watch. It's who I am. So a bunch of my Yarny friends and I are going to be taking a class on July 7th at Urban Society. It's in Westfield, New Jersey. It's this adorable sewing shop that has incredible classes. Please look up urbansociety.com if you're looking to learn how to sew. I watch Voolenvine, and she makes these beautiful dresses, and Brooklyn Knit Folk is making these gorgeous tops, and then Christy Glass did an interview with Emily from Slow Fashion Rebel, and she is an incredible sewist, and I just want to know how to sew. Not me. I don't need to make couture gowns or anything. I mean, that would be a bonus, but I just want to be able to make Franny's Halloween costumes, and so I broke out my heavy-duty Singer machine, and I've been practicing, but I'm going to take a class there with a bunch of my friends on July 7th. We're going to learn how to make a drawstring project bag, and I'm really excited. So I've been picking out a lot of my fabrics, and of course, they're Rifle Paper Company. I'm a little predictable, right? So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for that, and that's really it. Next week, I turn 39. I'm a firecracker, because baby, I'm a firework. My mom calls me every 4th of July and sings that Katy Perry song to me after a little bit of ooh ah, the baby's coming. You know, do your moms do that where they call you and they pretend they're having contractions? That's Mama Marty. Every year. Like every year. And then every year she tells me how the night before I was born, she ate a ham. And then when I was a baby, I don't know how much of the ham she ate. Did she eat the whole ham? Like, I don't know if she just ate ham or if she ate a ham. But there are pictures of me when I was like a really little baby in my walker, and they put a whole ham on the tray. So maybe that's why I'm a ham. I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to tell you. I always have things that I want to tell all you guys in my head. All you people that went to Squam, I am so jealous. I've been watching like Woodsy and Wild. Shannon from Woodsy and Wild went. My friend Leslie went. I think the Spin Cyclers went. And guys, if you haven't seen that Spin Cycle tour on Christy Glass Knits of their mill, the tour of their mill, it's so good. You have to watch that. But back to Squam. I really want to go. So I'm trying to thinking maybe next year I'll try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, but I'm going to take a year off from EYF. We're going to do EYF again in 2020. And those are the plans so far. So I guess that's it. I am really, really not on tonight. You know when you're like on, sometimes you're just on fire. I am not on tonight. I'm really sorry, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please subscribe if you'd like to see videos in the future. I'm trying to put up a lot more videos for you guys because I was a little MIA for a while. But I'm having a great time seeing all my knitting friends here and there, and so I like to make videos. Not only for you guys, but for me. This is a way for me to remember things. I have videos from college. I have videos from trips to Europe I've taken with my family. I like video cameras. I just like them. Oh, and I am going to be re-editing all of my Chrismica videos from this past December. They were on my other channel, which was turned over to someone else. So I have them and I'm going to re-edit them and they should be going up sometime in July and it will be Christmas in July. Chrismica in July. So I guess that's it, guys. I will try to podcast again in a week or two. I hope you are having a wonderful summer. The weather's been really nice. You know, it's not too hot yet. I think the 90s are coming. Yeah, it's going to be like really hot next week. So break out those shorts and those sprinklers, guys, and have a wonderful summer. I will talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.